After a grueling week of preseason training down in Arizona, the guys returned to Seattle for a couple of much-needed days off before making their way back onto the training pitch here at the Starfire Sports Complex.
It's hard, yeah. It's like, we normally would have breakfast like around 8:30 we're done, and then we train the first time at 10 o'clock, and that will be, like maybe a couple hours, and then we take a lunch, have like an hour to nap, and then we're back out on the pitch at 4 o'clock most days. Other days we'll use the afternoon session to be in the gym. So there were a couple of days where we just trained once to get the afternoon off, like the Super Bowl day, for example, but for the most part we're doing 2 a days, and it's where your body starts to kind of break down and get used to the grind of preseason, and it's what I think in the long run helps you stay fit through the season, because you really feel sore after training during preseason. It's a very hard routine. My 5th time going through it, and I'm still not used to it.
This week in Arizona was more about getting touches on the ball, not necessarily playing 11v11. That's more on the second stage, but just getting touches on the ball, a little bit of fitness, just resting more than anything. And I think most of the guys actually enjoy going to Arizona and just getting away and just really focusing on the game.
Casa Grande, the Sounders' home away from home during the preseason, is not only a place for intense training sessions, but it's also a place for good old team bonding.
Casa Grande is an interesting place. It's a great resort, great facility, but around the actual town there's nothing. So I think what it does is it forces you to talk to each other, be with each other. We have breakfast together, lunch together, dinner together. We get to know each other a little bit better. It's just a Sounders tradition where after every meal we'll have 1 or 2 rookies stand up, introduce themselves. We'll ask them kind of some interesting questions about their background, and then it's their job to make us laugh, either with a joke or a story. This year the jokes were kind of, a couple good stories. Moloto had a very interesting story, so we'll have a good laugh about that, and it's always a good time.
With lots of team bonding and 1 preseason game under their belt, the Sounders head back down to Arizona for nearly 2 weeks of training and to see where they currently stack up against other MLS foes in the Desert Diamond Cup.
It's hard to tell because there's been a couple seasons here where we were not very good in preseason at all, and then we end up having a really good season. So I think the one against Portland, we had a lot of guys out, obviously, and the team we put out wasn't what we intended to do, and so we kind of got fitness out of it, but the soccer wasn't great, and that happens after a long trip and guys are tired and stuff like that. So I think preseason, the first game is never as good as the last game you play, and we'll be getting better and better, and that's what it's about. So it's hard to say that you can judge preseason results to gauge your season, but it's just about getting fitness. I think the season's a whole different ball game.
New faces continue to come and go for the Seattle Sounders during preseason training, and the big name we saw out at training camp today was Showery Joseph, who is up training with the team from Chivas USA, and of course we'll keep you up to date with that. I'm Jackie Montgomery for SoundersFC.com.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at SoundersFC.com/mobile.